Hi everyone, Joven here, and in this video we are going to build a simple React application that will be deployed to Amazon's S3 service using GitLab CI. First things first, we are going to need an Amazon free tier account. Make sure you can log into your AWS Management Console. Also, we will need a free GitLab account. Make sure to sign up for one. And then let's go to reactjs.org. Links in the description. So for this tutorial, we are going to build a simple Hello World React app using create React app command. So let's type in npx create React app, and then the app name, which is, call it sample app. After successfully creating the Hello World, we are going to start the application by running the following commands. So let's go to the folder, cd sample app, and then let's start the application. So npm start, and then let's wait for it to come up. So click OK to allow your terminal to open up a browser, a tab on your browser, I mean. And if all is well, you should be able to see the following compiled successfully message, and yeah, see this screen. So this is the landing page if you have just created a new Hello World React application. Now let's go to our AWS Management Console. So if you have just recently visited the service, you should be able to see it here. Or if not, go ahead and under the storage, you'll see the S3. Or you can also search for the service S3 and then click on the first item on the list. And then let's wait for our AWS S3 page to load up. So I have two existing bucket, but we're going to do is we are going to click on create bucket. We are going to name our bucket. So for this one, let's try sample app S3 GitLab CI. Region is Singapore. Then click on next. For the configure options on this part, I'm going to leave it blank. So I won't put any tags. And just click on the next. And then for the permissions, we will need to uncheck the block all public access, and then let's tick on the acknowledge. So we're going to disable block all public access. Click on next. Make sure the permissions are off. So block all public access off, and then create bucket. And you should be able to see your sample app bucket. Click on it. We're going to click on properties and then go to static website hosting. So let's click on it. And then we would like to use this bucket to host a website. So select that one. For the index document, let's put on index.html. Then for the error, so let's keep it blank and let's click on save. So you should be able to see a bucket hosting checked on the static website hosting. And we go to permissions. We are going to create a bucket policy for our S3 bucket. So to do that, let's click on the bucket policy. And then I have here a sample bucket policy that I'm going to copy and paste. So this is my old policy from my previous projects, but I don't know if this will work. We can try to copy the website and paste it here. Then click on save. If it's getting an error, you can also click on the policy generator at the bottom. Okay, it will lead you to this page. Then we can delete this old policy. Then create our own. So on the policy type, let's select S3 Bucket policy. Effect is allow, so we would not want all services. Instead, on actions, we can select the get object. So we're going to allow get object, and then one must enter one or more principals. So let's type in asterisk for this principal. So we're saying all, and then for the ARN, we need to copy this whole ARN from the policy editor, then paste it here, and then click on add statement. Then you should be able to generate your policy. So click on the button and then copy and paste this JSON document. Then click on save. So if it says does not apply to any resources, so we need to add slash and then asterisk here. Means we're allowing access to all files of your S3 bucket. We would also like to set up a user for our project. So let's go to IMA or IAM rather, Identity and Access Management. Click on User and then click on Add User. So let's call our username sample app user. For the access type, let's grant or let's use the programmatic access, since we will need the access key ID and the secret access key. So let's select the programmatic access and click on next permissions. And on the permissions page, let's select attach existing policies directly. And let's search for S3, since this is for our S3 bucket. Let's click on Amazon S3 full access, then click on next. For the tags, it's optional, so let's leave it blank. Then let's create user. Once we're done creating the user, we're going to have an access key ID and secret access key. We're going to set this up on the environment variables in our GitLab. Going back to GitLab, we will need to create a project. So let's go ahead and create new project and then select create blank project and then name our project. So in this case, I'm going to name it sample app GitLab S3. And then for the visibility, I'll choose public and then click on create project. Then I'm going to open up a Visual Studio Code and I'm going to push our sample app from our local to our GitLab repo. So I'm going to open up the folder, and then from here I'm going to open a command prompt inside the Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to use the push an existing folder commands from the GitLab. So I'm going to copy paste this line one by one. So first git init, and then git remote add origin, git add, And then we're going to do our initial commit and push this to our master branch. Then if you click on refresh, you should be able to see all your files uploaded on the GitLab repo. Once you're done, next is we're going to set up our environment variables in our GitLab CI. Click on settings and then CI CD. Expand on the variables column or row rather. From here, remember our access key ID from our IAM in AWS. So we're going to add that variable here. Okay, I'm going to copy the access key ID, then paste it on the value, and then for the key, I'm going to name it AWS underscore access underscore key underscore ID. I want on the flags, I want to protect the variable and then mask it as well. Then click on add variable. So we have added the access key ID. Now we are going to add the secret access key as well. So I'm copying it and then I'm going to paste it on the second field. Then I'm going to name it AWS secret access key. And yeah, so in this video, what we have done is we have created a simple React application. We have set up an Amazon S3 bucket. We have created a new project on GitLab, pushed the code on GitLab, and we also set up our environment variables of our GitLab CI/CD. So in the next part of the video, what we are going to do is we are going to create the GitLab CI YML file to actually try and test our React continuous deployment with GitLab CI and Amazon S3. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Peace.